Track unders the tote at the moment. It's still favourite, but very easy. Specking for Modern Era number 4, showing very good overs, number 4 on the tote. And Scarlet Scene, it's a drifter and also some good value. Really, most of them are offering good value with, at the moment, Matt, Reef Beach showing unders the tote at around that $1.90.
Under. Son of Luskin Star locked in and they're set. Racing. Reef Beach jumping a little slow in gate 2, has to muster early. Comet Lad out the back at the start. Reef Beach finds the lead after about 100 metres. And now Tuareg goes on the outside and establishes up there too. There's a bit of pressure here. Modern Era easing back into 4th, followed by Black Joe's Magic on the inside of Scarlet Scene. 2 lengths further back in the field go Gossi and Comet Lad last at the 1300, and Established finds the lead. A little over a length, Tuareg second. Reef Beach on the rails third. Modern Era linked away in the white colours holding 4th at the 1200. Then Black Joe's Magic on the inside, a half length then to Special Scene, being trailed by Go Gossi 2 lengths away, and 2 to Comet Lad last of all. 10 lengths covered them at the 1,000 metre mark, and Established slowing up the tempo, leading a half Tuareg. Reef Beach on the inside. Modern Era 3/4 away in 4th place, and they're really walking now. A length and a half further back in the field then is Scarlet Scene, who's on the outside of Black Joe's Magic. Go Gossi second last, and at the 800 metres Comet Lad 2 lengths away. Established dictating the terms mid-race, leading by a neck here. Coming around the home turn second is Tuareg. Reef Beach on the rails right behind the leader. Then Modern Era, who's had a beautiful trail, trailed by on the outside of those horses Scarlet Scene, who's about to ease out wide for its run. And then Black Joe's Magic as they cornered, followed by Go Gossi coming wide and Comet Lad. Reef Beach has gone for the inside run. Coming around the home turn, Established gone. Tuareg and Reef Beach find the lead together. Down the outside now, Modern Era's called on and finishing fairly well, and then Scarlet Scene. Tuareg nears the 200, leading narrowly from Reef Beach on the inside of it. Modern Era slowly but surely winding up down the outside. Tuareg at the 100 with Modern Era pegging it back. Tuareg and Modern Era now. It's Modern Era going home the better and finishes the best, and Modern Era beat Tuareg nearly a length. Give it a Reef Beach third in front of Go Gossi, who ran on well. Then Scarlet Scene, followed by Comet Lad. Black Joe's Magic second last, and Established dropped out to last. They really walked mid-race. Modern Era having a beautiful trail in 4th place on the outside, finishing clearly the better to win. Number 4, Modern Era first. It'll pay $6.70 and $1.90. A brother to Circles of Gold, who won an AJC Oaks and placed in a Caulfield Cup. He was at $250,000 by Modern Era. First time he's been out over a long trip. Second placing goes to number 7, Tuareg. Darren Gauci and John Hawke sat up outside the leader all the way. And third, number 2, Reef Beach, ridden by Damien Oliver. 4, 7 and 2, with 4th place going to 9, Go Gossi. And that time quite slow, 1 minute 48, 1:48 the time. 2, 9 and 6 official on race number 3.
All right, Greg, thanks. And of course, Brian will be saddling up the very smart Bird.
I'm not too sure. He's probably better suited to a little bit further, but I'm sure, as you say, he'll get back. He's got a bit of weight, and I think he'll be finishing on.
All right, Larry, you've got some lovely rides today, and you already struck gold, so keep it going. You're riding very well.
Steady. Racing, Working Class Man jumped only moderately. Our Axeman, one of the best out. Lodgent and Tweak with Cur Royale jumped sweetly, and so too Tara Express, then Casita, followed by Battle Song. Working Class Man. Here's Ronnie next to last. At Absolute is Masonette. 1,500 to go as they head to the back, and Brown takes the favourite Tweak clear. About a length and 3/4, in fact, on Our Axeman. Third is Cur Royale. Lodgent is wide, and between Cur Royale and Lodgent is Tara Express, then Battle Song, inclined to over race from Casita. About 2.5 the Gold Coast Galloper, and that is Working Class Man. 2-2 is Ronnie, and on his inside Masonette. Down the back they travelled 1,100 ahead of them, and Tweak shows the way. He settled pretty well. He's a length and a half on Our Axeman. Third is Cur Royale. Then Tara Express, Lodgent, No Luck. Followed by Battle Song, Casita. About 2.5 then by the 1,000 marker, Working Class Man, Masonette. And here's Ronnie, brings up the rear as they head onto the side of the Rosehill Gardens course. There's no great change in the order, and Tweak is out in front. Brown dictating terms to suit himself, and by the 800, Tweak more than a length, Our Axeman. Similar margin, Cur Royale. And Tara Express the outside. Lodgent doing it tough, followed by Battle Song Casita. Working Class Man around Masonette and Absolute Old Ears Ronnie. 550 ahead of them, travelling in the direction of the corner. Brown quickens up on Tweak. The break it has on our Axman is about a length and a half. In third position, Cur Royale, followed by Lodgent, who's been 3 and 4 deep throughout. And then Tara Express Casita, followed by Battle Song and Masonette. In the stretch, 300 to go. And the leader Tweak more than a length on Lodgent and our Axman, followed by Tara Express trying to weave clear. Casita the outside. Cur Royale's dropped off, but Tweak the leader. Lodgent is battling on doggedly after a ferocious run, but it's all Tweak. And from barrier to box, it's Tweak easily from Lodgent and Tara Express. And then came over on the rail Battle Song, followed by our Axman, and then Masonette and Casita. Working Class Man, followed in by Cur Royale, and Old Ears Ronnie brought up the rear. Number 1, Tweak. Well, the first 3 of the day to Johnny Hawks, and that takes JRH on to 57 in the Metro Premiership, and he's 15 in front of Gay, having a wonderful run. Number 1, Tweak, rated perfectly in front by Corey Brown. He got him to the lead, and nothing worried him. Corey was able to just bowl along at his leisure, and Tweak was simply too good by Kenny Ladd from Titillate, and of course owned by the Woodland Stud. Number 1, Tweak. Number 3 is Second Lodgent. He did a darn good job. No fault of Glenn Boss, is just the way the race panned out, and he was wide 3 deep all the way. He's done a big job. What an honest horse he is, Lodgent. And he's by Grand Lodge from Seal Point. Ray Wheatley at Cullaroo. Glenn Boss, and number 5, third, Tara Express. Just got checked near the 300. Battled on okay by Song of Tara from Malaban. Mark Mason at Tamworth. Mitchell Bell, and 7 ran 4th, Battle Song. Our Axman, VD, very disappointing. Here it takes. And the victor, number 1, paid $2.70 and $1.30. Number 3 paid $1.70, and number 5 $3.60. Quinella $5. Exacta $8.20. Trifecta $98. The first 4 $488.90, and the extra double special dividend with Romerdale out of the next $2.70. It's a length and a half by a neck.
All right, 1-3-5-7 there, a length and a half by a neck at Rose Hill on the third, and so far a clean sweep to John Hawks, winning the first 3 events at Rose Hill, and of course there's more to come. Now, correct one.
Question, did I ride Torto? I was in nappies when Torto was racing. Number 8 on top here, Etoile West. I like the way it's racing. It'll go forward, probably sit outside of the leader, which I'm anticipating to be Zero Drama from gate 1.
All in. They're set to run 1610. They're away in Zero Jumper, jumping well on the inside. Away fast too is Squilani. Runs on Ego is prominent, with Etoile West going up and looking for the lead in the early part. Settling into stride, Gunner Matters about midfield, and Muller dropped out to be last of all. 1300 left to go, and Etoile West goes to the lead. Zero Drama a length and a half away second. Squilani is third. Runs on Ego 1.5 back in 4th placing. Gunner Matter the rail, then Whistler's Gypsy, followed by Majestic Avenue, who's been left at the tail now because Mular is starting a run from the rear. As they head along to the 1,000 metres, and Etoile West leads by a little over 2 lengths to Zero Drama. Mular charged up and got into 3rd placing. Squilani's 4th on the inside. 2 lengths Gunner Matter on the inside of Runs on Ego, and then Whistler's Gypsy and Majestic Avenue is last. At the 800 metres, Etoile West by 2 lengths. Zero Drama second. Mular is third. A length Squilani 4th on the inside. 1.5 Runs on Ego, followed by Gunner Matter the inside, and then Whistler's Gypsy and Majestic Avenue last as they swing for home. They're inside the 600, and it's Etoile West by a length and a half to Zero Drama and Mular. They're trailed closely by Squilani, who's trying to force Runs on Ego out of the way to get a run, but he couldn't, so he switches back to the inside on Squilani, and Gunner Matter makes ground on the rail. Inside the 400 now, and Mular swept up with Zero Drama. They go to the lead together now from Etoile West, and down the outside as Runs on Ego. Mular and Zero Drama with Squilani on the inside with 150 metres to go. It's Zero Drama and Mular. Zero Drama the inside, Mular the outside, with Squilani holding third. Mular put the nose in front on the line, and Mular by a long head to Zero Drama. Squilani 2 lengths away third. Then Etoile West, Runs on Ego, Gunner Matter, Majestic Avenue, and Whistler's Gypsy. Number 7 is the winner, Mular. 7 Mular with the blinkers on for the first time, ridden by Darren Gauci, takes out the fourth on the program. 1:39.2 the time there, 1:39.2. Muller grabbing Zero Drama in the last little bit of the race, and he's scored a pretty strong win. Squalati holding third. Numbers will be 7, 3 and 2 in 1:39.2.
Today, the John Hooks team are really firing. John trained the first three winners in Sydney, now this one at Flemington on a very big day for the stable. They've still got plenty more runners to come around the country. There's all the dividends complete on race 4 Flemington. So we'll move on.
And he'll be steaming home.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how far he gets out of his ground. You know, he might set himself up a bit of an impossible task because they will highball up front. But he's the type of horse who can really run good sectionals and jump out of the ground. But like I said, it really depends on where we end up.
$3 New South Wales Impaler racing this time, and Copeland came out slowly with My Chinese King. Spermy onto the lead from Mind Reader and Lord Daneley, and going up quickly is Impaler with Danish Magic, and Park Life is right there. Length and a half further back is Only Word, then Ultimate Fever, followed by Copeland, Don Success, then Kingside. My Chinese King and Sadler's Song is last down the side. Spermy on is putting on the power, leads 2 lengths Impaler, a length Danish Magic, Lord Daneley. Park Life trapped on a limb from Mind Reader, Copeland, then Only Words very deep out. Ultimate Fever rather awkwardly placed inside of Don Success, then My Chinese King. Kingside and Sadler's Song is absolute to the corner, and the Queenslander, a former New South Wales horse in fact, Spermy on, rounds the bend and opens up by 3 lengths on Impaler. Lord Daneley the rail third, and then Park Life, Danish Fever, followed by Only Words the outside, and Ultimate Fever's weaving into the clear. Here's Impaler after Spermy on, and the Newcastle Gelding hits the front. Impaler beat off Spermy on Lord Daneley, but it's Impaler 5 straight coming through his stiffest test with flying colours. Impaler brilliantly from Spermy on and Ultimate Fever. Lord Daneley, Only Words, Park Life, Kingside, followed by Copeland, Don Success. Sadler's Song, My Chinese King, Danish Magic, and Mind Reader was last. By gee, I tell you what, isn't he a good horse, this fellow? Number 1 Impaler. 5 on the trot. He's had only the 6 starts. He was beaten at Muswellbrook on debut in November of 02, turned out, and then he came back at Newcastle on the 15th of Feb last year, and then he won another 2 times at Newcastle. We saw him in town for the first time at Warwick Farm on the 17th of January. And here he is at Rose Hill, and the son of Dracula from Catacomb, Impaler, trained by David Atkins and ridden by Dale Spriggs. Dale's only had the 5 rides on him for 5 wins. And the stable looking at a couple of the big sprints in Melbourne. Why wouldn't they, after his impressive performance today and the confidence that the stable has had in him? Here are numbers 1, 3, 10 and 7. He toyed with them with 57.5. Impaler first, number 3 second, Spermy on by Flying Spur from Finito Fling. Gillian Heinrich on the Gold Coast, Jimmy Cassidy, and number 10 third, Ultimate Fever, got home well when clear by Gold Fever from Ultimate 3-year-old Chestnut filly John O'Shea, Glen Boss, and for the pick 4 it was 7 Lord Daneley. The official dividends on the race.
And welcome along as we continue our racing on a Saturday afternoon, and there's still plenty more to come, including the next race out of Melbourne, and having a look at Flemington race number 5, and we've got Vane Cross at $3.80 as we take you back to Flemington for the late mail. Alf Matthews.
Thank you very much, Greg. Nice to see you in the chair doing some work. Beautiful. Number 9, Sky Love on top. Like its recent performances, no luck last start here at Caulfield. A little bit, unfortunate.
Lithgow Flash moved in, took the outside stall, and the Sky Channel handicap. First leg of the quaddie, the field is set. Racing, Wild Rapid jumping well on the inside. Sky Cuddle got away reasonably well in the early stages. Vane Cross settling about midfield at this point. Brava Brava's up there with the Fearless Sophie is looking for the lead at the 1800 metres. Fearless Sophie leading narrowly from Wild Rapid, Brava Brava third, and Sky Cuddle fourth, but trapped out around Conscription and Coach Girl. Going forward there, Froth and Bubble in a hurry. It's pushing up very quickly, and it's keeping Vane Cross working as she tries to set up outside the leader. Back behind these horses then, worse in midfield came Halo Amore at the 1400 metres racing outside of Coates Girl, and Franjatica is 3 deep, trailed by Lithgow Flash, and then Volante's Revenge and Belascal 2 lengths away. Fearless Sophie is heading down the back to the 1200 metre mark, and she's bolted away. She's put about 5 lengths on them. Vane Cross in second placing. Wild Rapid 3 lengths away third. Brava Brava the inside. Then Froth and Bubble holding fifth, but about 8 or 9 lengths from the leader. Conscription next on the rail, followed by Franjatica making a forward move, and then came Sky Love, a length and a half to Coates Girl, Halo Amore, and then Lithgow Flash, Volante's Revenge, and 2 to Belascal. Fearless Sophie heads to the 800 metres, still with a 4-length advantage to Vane Cross. 1.5 then Brava Brava, Wild Rapid. Conscription 2 lengths away on the inside from Froth and Bubble. Franjatica out wide, and then Sky Love. Halo Amore coming wide from Volante's Revenge. Coates Girl a long way back in the blue colours on the rail, followed by Lithgow Flash and Belascal as last as they swing around the turn. First into the straight will be Fearless Sophie, with Vane Cross coming out into the better ground up the middle of the track to tackle her, and then Brava Brava. Franjatica Conscription is next as they head past the 400 metre mark now, and Sky Love is a fair way back, and she's under the whip. 250 left to go, and it's Vane Cross in front. Halo Amore coming with a run. Fearless Sophie comes back on the inside strongly, and then Belascal winding up. Fearless Sophie, second win. She again hits the front. She's done all the work, the old mare, and she's going to do it. Fearless Sophie comes back to win. Little over a length on the line to the Halo Amore or Belascal, with Brava Brava close up for the Miners. Then Sky Love, Vane Cross wilting, trailed further back by Froth and Bubble, and Franjatica with a break to Wild Rapid, Volante's Revenge, and then at the end are Conscription, Coates Girl, and Lithgow Flash. Fearless Sophie, ridden by Nash Rewitter, trained by Bob Grieve, has come back after being clearly headed to take out the Sky Channel handicap. Number 2, Fearless Sophie, takes out the race, will pay $12.20 and $3.70. She ran along at a solid pace midway through. She'd led 5-6 lengths, was clearly headed early in the straight, and she's come back terrifically to win. Second goes to 1, Halo Amore, James Winks. Third, 10, Belascal. She's come from a clear last, Nicholas Ryan and Simon Morris. 2, 1 and 10 are the placings. 2, 1, 10. Fourth in 11, Brava Brava, and fifth home, number 3, Vane Cross. Well, the favourite did the work chasing up behind Fearless Sophie, clearly headed her, raced past her, but this terrific old mare has been able to come back and win. 48 starts, it's her 9th victory, been placed on 11 other occasions, and fairly loves a slow ground. 7 slow track outings, she's won 5 and been placed in the other 2. That's her at her very best. 2, 1, 10. Good start to the quaddie if you found her.
It's beautifully placed.
Well, that's right. She's only going to go around with 55.5 on her back. You know, she looks very well placed. She's only a small horse, but you know, she'll carry that nice.
And your only other riders in the last for Bobby Milligan, Set a Fire.
All ready to go now. Racing, and a lovely start. Jewel Attraction and Star of Gibraltar out well. Star of Gibraltar making a beeline across the face of the field, and she'll lead easily now from Jewel Attraction. Southern Cell, Lasting Faith, Vanish, and not far away as they sort themselves out is Diatome around the first corner. Star of Gibraltar the leader, Lasting Faith second, Cyanban third, then Vanish and Jewel Attraction, followed by Southern Cell, then La Rumba, Osbred Blue, Diatome, and an action-packed race last of all, Indeed I Do, to the turn. Star of Gibraltar from Lasting Faith a length in it, then Jewel Attraction, Cyanban, followed by Osbred Blue, Diatome, Vanish Water out from Southern Cell, La Rumba, Indeed I Do over near the inside in the stretch past the 320. Star of Gibraltar taken on by Lasting Faith, 2 lengths to Jewel Attraction. Osbred Blue, Indeed I Do's made up ground. They come to the distance at the 200. Star of Gibraltar ridden hard by Bossy. It's Star of Gibraltar in front, Indeed I Do, Jewel Attraction, forget Lasting Faith, but Star of Gibraltar, they knew what they were doing here, and Star of Gibraltar has won it from Indeed I Do, Jewel Attraction, Osbred Blue, and Lasting Faith was next, followed by Diatome, Cyanban, Southern Cell with La Rumba, and Absolute was Vanish. Star of Gibraltar, number 11, has been the winner there. Number 11, the Star of Gibraltar, too good for them. There wasn't any jockey in the lists yesterday. I don't know what happened there, but in the book it was always listed as G Boss. So anyway, Bossy bounced her out from the outside gate, got across, and in the straight she kept going as strong as a tank, and Star of Gibraltar has won it. Numbers up in super quick time, 11, 6, 2 and 3. Star of Gibraltar, G Boss for Paul Perry, the winner. Second goes to number 6, Indeed I Do. And Indeed I Do, first up since last February. She's got a win very close to her. Very honest. 4 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. Gerald Ryan training the Rubiton mare. Jimmy Cassidy. Number 2 has run third, Jewel Attraction by Marwina from Venetian Jewel, Ray Wheatley, Corey Brown. Lasting Faith ran 5th. Number 3, Osbred Blue, was 4th. 11, 6, 2 and 3. And that winner has now had 13 starts for 2 wins, and on the tote in NSW she paid $5.80 and $1.80, so she didn't let them down. And there's a couple of punters. I don't know whether the Duff might have been one of them, because he gave her a glowing report. It wasn't his top tip, but he thought she'd run well, and he might have had a saver on her. Anyway, she firmed noticeably in the market, and she's got the bickies. $5.80, $1.80. Number 6 paid $2.10. Indeed I Do. And number 2, Jewel Attraction, $1.40. Quinella.
All right, Ian, thank you. 11, 6 and 2, race number 5 at Rosehill, and Star of Gibraltar was at about $17 4 or 5 minutes before the race, and it's come in and paid $5.80 and $1.80. Indeed I Do was getting home nicely, and Jewel Attraction a nice run as well. $1.40 the trifecta, 165.20 a box trifecta to Ron Duffy in race number 5 at Rosehill.
Coming up on Tuesday. 5 minutes away from the Group 3 Debonair. A run through what's happening on track. There's been no support at all for Elfstrom on track number 1. It's a drifter. It's still favourite, but unders the tote at the moment. Winestock is unders the tote. It's been a drifter. Abdullah, it's the second pick on the tote and also the second pick on track. It's been kept pretty safe. Bookies are taking no chances with a horse that does have the tendency of laying in. Promoted, the horse we've just been speaking about, has been spec'd at double figure odds, shopping okay on the tote at the moment. Gilded Youth from Sydney, value the tote also. Dane Fever for the Hawk Stable. It's had support off its last run at Caulfield. Finished behind Reset that day. It has since gone on 1, and it's at good value on the tote for the Hawks' runner. Number 9, Dane Fever. Bushido near enough the mark. It's been slightly easy on track, but very easy is number 1, Elfstrom. It's going to start favourite, but unders the tote here for the Group 3 Debonair in 4 minutes. Thanks, Greg.
Good on you, Andrew. Thank you, and we'll be back to Flemington in about 4 minutes for the running of race.
Favourite draw on the inside. Lights flash, they're racing. Elfstrom, one of the first to bounce out on the inside. Dane Fever got away quickly in the early stages. Bushido's just easing off the speed in the early part, and Promoted is going quickly looking for the lead, and Abdullah's up there with Winestock. They've put 250 metres behind them now, and it's Promoted leading. Winestock goes up in a second. Elfstrom right off the pace in third place on the inside of Abdullah, and then length and a half to Dane Fever in the blue colours by the 1,000. Escape is wide under the bridge on the rails. 2 lengths behind these, Bushido on the inside of Go Forever and Gilded Youth, and then Starcraft and Cahuita went back to last. At the 800, Winestock's gone to the lead. A neck clear from Promoted the inside, a length and a half to Abdullah. Then came Elfstrom over on the inside in 4th placing, 2 lengths to Under the Bridge, followed by Dane Fever, Escape, and then Bushido. Go Forever well back in the yellow as they swing round the turn, and then Gilded Youth. Cahuita's pulled to the outside, and Starcraft is last. Round the turn, it's Winestock from Promoted. Elfstrom over near the inside, just hanging it would appear, as Abdullah comes with a run down the outside, and then Escape, and Cahuita and Starcraft is right down the outside. At the 300, Abdullah raced up and went to the lead. Elfstrom and Under the Bridge are coming through on the inside to tackle him, and Starcraft is coming down the outside. Starcraft wide out on the course, getting up to Under the Bridge and Elfstrom. 100 left to go. Under the Bridge and Starcraft. He's wobbling off the track, Starcraft, but too good, and Starcraft gets up to win by a length to Under the Bridge. Elfstrom 3rd, Cahuita 4th, then Bushido, Escape, Abdullah, followed by Gilded Youth. Promoted dropped out, and then Dane Fever. Back at the end is Winestock, second last, and last is Go Forever. Starcraft has won. Number 12, ridden by Matt Papa. The Queensland Galloper racks up 4 in a row and has stepped out of restricted grade to win in dazzling style. Time is 1 minute 24. Number 12 is the winner. Starcraft will pay $36.50 and $8.90. Under the Bridge, Beatingham His more favoured stablemate has run second. Number 4 will pay $6.80, and Elvstrom third will pay $1.50. Numbers are 12, 4 and 1. 12, 4 and 1 in the Debonair. Well, we can say it's an upset, but I think those from Queensland who've been watching this horse closely would say far from an upset. He's been able to reel off some terrific finishing bursts to win. Seemingly in trouble at his most recent start. He was 8 or 10 lengths off the leaders at the 300 and unwound a dazzling finishing run. But I think most people expected he might have found them a little bit nippy at the 1400 today. Big giant horse. He'd had a few little problems. They thought he'd injured himself before the Zetative Stakes, but X-rays cleared him of that, and he'd just apparently wrenched a knee joint. He's put all of those little problems behind him and turned in a brilliant finishing run to win the Debonair. Second to Under the Bridge, and third in the Derby winner Elvstrom. Just wanted to hang a bit round the turn, was a bit of a concern. Fourth in was 5 Carpuita, and fifth was number 10 Bushido in 124.03.
Shagny Lover, one of your favourites, and you've won a couple of races on the horse, and a good win of the Gilgandra Cup last start. Never raced better.
No, the horse is racing.
Field is all set and ready to run. Off this time, Terrible Tourist jumped away sweetly from the inside. Getting out nicely was the Argentinian import Ice Point. Inspire right up there, so's Catechism dropping into the box seat. Settling Ice Point. Narrowly from Inspire, 2.5 Catechism, a length and a half Terrible Tourist. Similar gap Architrave. Then Shagny Lover, followed by Desert Sachet, about 2.5. The rank outsider, Yaya Effendi at Absoluters Networks. They race along to the 1,000 marker, and the leader is clearly Ice Point now by a couple of lengths on Inspire. Catechism, the grey on the outside of Terrible Tourist. Again shading Catechism, followed by Architrave, Desert Sachet, and then Shagny Lover next to last, Yaya Effendi and Networks last. Round a dozen covers of them onto the side of the track as they leave the 800 pole behind them. At Ice Point with 62.5 and he's back, leads the way from Inspire. Third Terrible Tourist, Catechism close up on the outside, and then comes Architrave right on the back of Catechism. Inside of Architrave is Desert Sachet, then Shagny Lover, Yaya Effendi and Networks last. They're heading for home now, and Ice Point is the leader, quickens up a length and a half clear. Second Inspire, followed by Terrible Tourist. Brown calling upon Catechism now. Desert Sachet next, and on the outside Architrave plugs home from Shagny Lover. Ice Point in front, coming down to the 200, about a half length. Second Inspire, here's Desert Sachet. Once he saw the gap, he shot through it. Architrave after him, but Desert Sachet put play to them very, very quickly, and the old fella's going to blow him away. Desert Sachet easily from Architrave and Inspire, then Catechism, Ice Point, Terrible Tourist, Shagny Lover, second last Yaya Effendi, and last was Networks. Desert Sachet, 7 years of age, but very, very sprightly. He had a lovely run, and once the clear gap came, he really relished it. Huey Bowman pushed him through, and Johnny Hawkes has now made it 4 winners for the day. Hextagonal, Great Anna, Tweak, and now Desert Sachet. And had Darren been here, well, he was booked for 3 of those winners: Hextagonal, Great Anna, and now Desert Sachet. Will Huey score at the expense of Darren on Star of Florida, and the big one, the Satellite, coming up in about 35 minutes. Now here are numbers flashing up on the previous. 6th the winner, Desert Sachet, Huey Bowman. Number 5 is second, Architrave. Isn't he a genuine horse? Written by Larry Cassidy and trained by Gary Portelli. And third goes to number 2, Inspire, trained by Clary Connors. Len Beasley for the pick 4, number 3, Catechism. Look to have his chance. The winner by Magic Ring from Valita has now had 60 starts, 10 wins, 7 seconds and 2/3. The runner-up is by Woodman from Night Sister, and the third by Rory's Jester from Love at Large. Now, the Tote Divvies, and victory going to Desert Sachet. And a comfortable winner it was. $8.80 and $2.40. Number 5, $1.90. Number 2, $2.60. Quinella, $24. Exacta, $58.20. Trifecta, $324.60. The